Hey everyone, Colin here, and this is a very important video. Uh, on your journey to becoming a better trader, something that you should always be doing is analyzing your strategy. You need to constantly evaluate your trades. You should be keeping a record of your trades, and you should always be keeping a record of why you made those trades, because even if you lose a trade, you don't want to lose the lesson. That's what makes you better. So here's an example of something that um, I'm putting on the Forex Made Simple site on the blog. You can download this at any point in time and use it as an example. I have this example right here, okay? So for one, you're going to put in the pair that you are trading with, right? So in this case, this was Euro USD, and I'm going off of a signal that I basically spoke about on Friday, right? Just a few days ago. We did a sell order, so of course in this column it says buy or sell, so you're going to put it was a sell order. What was the entry price? 1.18772 in this case for me. What date did we do that? Now, where I'm from, we actually do day, month, year. So depending on what country you're in, you put the date that, the style that's appropriate. Some countries like the US do month, then day, then year. Where I'm from, we do day, month, year. Okay, so you put in the date according to what you're used to. Time frame. So what time frame were you analyzing that was the main reason that you got into that trade? So for me, on that day, it was based on what I was seeing on the 1 day chart. If that was the 4 hour, then you type in 4H for 4 hour, okay? Or 1 hour, etc. So you always enter the time frame there. What was the RSI at this point? I use this as part of a simple strategy that I teach, obviously. For those of you that actually purchased the course, you would know specifically what that strategy is, okay? But you want to make a note. What was the RSI like when we took that trade? What was the exit price? What date did we close or take that exit price? How many pips was it? Right, so you can see 772,926, basically 85 pips. Was it a profit or a loss on that trade? It was a profit. Notes. This is important. This is any particular thing that you noticed that really gave you your reasons for making that trade. You should always have a reason for making that trade, not just, oh, it looked like it was going so high. I thought it was time to come back down. That's not a good enough reason. And of course in here I'm going to have RSI strategy, which is something specific that I teach on my course. Now with the RSI strategy, it is not enough just because something has gone into overbought territory or oversold territory. I do have some specific conditions that I teach to know when you should get into that trade. Okay, so that's my notes on here. If there's anything else that you may have noticed that you want to remember, this is where you would type it in, because you're becoming a student. And when you look back at this, you're going to remember, and you're going to be able to compare, looking at the reasons and the things that you had in your notes. And if you start to find similarities that are happening every time you win a trade, then that's giving you a clear indication of how you should refine your strategy, right? Some additional tips. It's a very good process. It's a very good thing to do to track your trades, okay? It's one of the greatest learning tools you'll ever have. So go ahead and download this from the blog, or if you want, you can just go ahead and open up Microsoft Excel and you can create one of these for yourself using the same headers for the various columns, and then go ahead and enter it as well. But going forward, please use this to be able to track your trades, to learn, and to even help you develop your own strategy. Who knows? You may see some other things that you may want to test. And it's only by keeping track of your trades and being able to study and look back and see what's happening that you'll know. Okay? That you'll know what to do. As I can give another example right now, for example, I'm looking at another one. GBP NZD. I did a buy order on this one, and my entry price was 1.96300. Entry date was also on the 7th. I have a sell order waiting for this one as well. The time frame I looked at, I considered this one a bit more risky, but I said, hey, I just took out the trade with a small lot size. The RSI was 59 at that point in time. Exit price was 1.97790. The date, again, was pretty much the next day, and that was for 50 pips. That was a profit. And the strategy for this one was simply support on the 50-day MA, as in moving average, right? So as you notice, I'm just keeping these notes and saying, hey, this was the reason I made that trade, because it was bouncing off of the 50-day moving average, and I did expect more upside. Okay, actually the 50-day moving average was off of the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so as I compare these particular strategies and I'm continuously tracking, I'm going to be able to look back and I'm going to say, hey, you know what? Every time I did a trade based on the RSI strategy, it was a winner, or 85% of my trades based on this strategy are winners. So the more I keep doing that, the more refined my process gets. So this is exactly how I developed my own strategy. I tested and tested and tested for months, and then I started to realize that when certain conditions came about, I had a much higher percentage of success based on those trades. Okay, that's how you develop a trading strategy. I hope that this was beneficial to you, and I encourage you, go and do this exercise right now before you do any more trades. Have this sheet ready for you. Anytime you do a trade, make a note of it and put that into your spreadsheet so that you can track and see what's going on. Okay? Take care, guys.